Hey, what's going on, Culture Warriors? I am excited for the next couple weeks. I say that because we've got conference tournaments really either starting or finishing this week. We've got Selection Sunday coming up, and then right into March Madness starting late next week. Also, spring season is in full swing, so to speak, and the baseball season will be kicking off pretty soon. So the temporary doldrums after the football season, and this year the Olympics will soon be over. But it's a great opportunity to talk about transition. For those teams that aren't going to have the opportunity to play in the postseason, maybe their season did not go as well as they would like, or they're just looking for ways to find another edge between this year and next. And I'll start by sharing an Army experience where anytime we did training in the field, anytime we were on a deployment, the period of transition coming out of that exercise or that deployment was, number one, it was very risky because that's when a lot of things were happening. People had a sense of urgency to finish up the job. They're looking to be back home. They're looking to be sleeping in their own beds and all of those things. So we were very careful to emphasize transition out of that exercise or deployment into whatever was next. And part of that was being very deliberate about setting ourselves up for the next operation. So when you come out of the field, you come off a deployment, you've got to take care of your equipment, you've got to take care of your vehicles, you've got to do all of those things with an eye towards whatever is going to be next. So I encourage you as coaches to do the same thing as you're wrapping up your season, whatever season that is, whether that's now or in the summer or if you're a fall sport. But don't take your foot off the accelerator as you transition out of the season into the next season. So some things to think about. Really just taking some time to reflect on that season. You know, what went the way you wanted it to? What didn't? What caused those things to be true, both positive and negative? And what lessons can you capture to help accelerate your progress into the next season? Having an intentional process to do that, to sit down with your staff, maybe with your players, and talk about what went right, what went wrong. That's number one. Second is you take the opportunity to provide feedback to your staff if you're a head coach, or your players if you're in a position room. And I understand there's a lot of roster turnover, but whoever is going to be left on your roster between this season and next will be your foundation. They'll be your cultural foundation for the next team. So giving them some honest feedback, delivering it in a way that's going to make them better and it's oriented on their preparedness for the next season. This is the opportunity to do that. And in both cases, both with the reflection and the feedback, things are still fresh. You wait a month, you wait 2 months, you wait until the beginning of the next season and things aren't quite as fresh in your mind, and the feedback and the reflection just won't be as valuable to you. So take that opportunity now. And then reset. What I mean by that is, how are you setting conditions for the next season? Are your core values right? Are your team standards effective? Do they get at supporting your core values? Is the purpose of your team and your vision clear? And is it an effective way to lead your organization towards the places you want it to go? So taking some opportunity to kind of reset that. So again, learning from the lessons of the season you just finished and helping set conditions for the beginning of the next. Now, I understand what a lot of coaches are thinking when they're considering things like this. We've got potentially a transfer portal, or people are leaving from the team or graduating. I've got to recruit. I've got to bring in transfers. There's all kinds of other activities. So there's really not a lot of off-season anymore for a lot of coaches out there, and I understand that. But just think about what's the value to you in taking some time and really investing in your processes, investing in taking advantage of what happened in the last season, both good and bad, and making sure that you make the necessary tweaks, maintain the things that went well for you, and set your next season up for success. What's the risk? Well, the risk is you continue to do the same things and expect different results. So what are your inputs? Thinking through that and taking some time. It is an investment. It is setting yourself up from this season to be better in the next season, even if it is just a little bit, even if it is just finding that slight competitive edge that you might be able to use to your advantage as you get ready for the next season. And all that, when considering the things you've got to do in the offseason, all of those things are valuable to who you recruit, how you recruit them, what messages do you give them when you've got new players coming in, how do you onboard them to your team, and how do you build your culture in a quick way to set yourself up for the next season. Again, take an opportunity to reflect, reset your team, think about what you want to do better next year, and don't waste this opportunity at the end of the current season to set yourself up for the next season. And I appreciate all you're doing out there, all your leadership, and as always, culture wins.